Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. It's time for hashtag Friday Sews. As you know, this hashtag was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. On Friday, or any other day of the week, basically, we talk about our makes, our plans, a bit about our life. I will start by saying what I'm wearing. So, this is a hoodie that I made a long time ago. It's Be Creative hoodie by Ellie and Mac. I love this hoodie. I haven't worn it as often until recently because I did tiny bit of upcycle. Originally, this hoodie had cuffs made out of gold French terry. However, they weren't really stretching as much and they were a bit tight. So I wasn't reaching for it as often as I would like. Therefore, I just removed the old cuffs, added the cuffs with ribbing, and it's very comfortable and cozy wear. Unfortunately, we have such a bad weather in Ireland that we are still wearing hoodies, jackets, and warm clothes. Because as of now, on Friday, the 3rd of May, it's 80 degrees and it's raining. And we have typical Irish rain, the misty rain that gets everything wet and gets everywhere. I will address elephant in the room. So my hair color, because I know that some people will have a problem with it. I don't change the hair color often. I used to do it regularly, but for last few years I was trying to grow the gray and try to accept them. And more I was feeling frumpy and not like me. That's the best description. I know it's silly, but for me, changing hair color, actually going any shade of red or mahogany or rusty or anything like it just brings this extra little sparkle in me, and I feel more like me when I have red hair comparing to where I don't. For last few months, every time when I looked at the mirror, I wasn't really seeing me the way I see myself in my head. I'm not sure if I'm describing this correctly. And um, just on a whim, just on a whim, I told Chris I wanted to change hair color, and he was like, "Okay, I have an hour now. I can do it for you." Chris is very good. He's helping me. It's just the box dye, the semi-permanent or the washable one, so it will go off relatively quickly. I know some people will say go to the hair salon, etc., and have it done professionally, and for years I did, and my hair was equally washing the color off from 300 euro hair color, 150 color, and 75 color. So, and the 10 euro box dye that I did at home. The same damage was done to my hair. There's no difference whatsoever. The advantage of that is the box dye that I'm using at home does not cause allergic reaction on my skin, and all the fancy salon hair dyes did. Anyway, I just needed change. So what I was up to? Not really much, because since my last Friday sews over two weeks ago, I was sick. So whatever Alice was getting, I got it with a vengeance, call it like that. And my voice was gone for over a week. It's still kind of on and off occasionally, so I do need to be careful about the how much I talk, about coughing. I need to be careful with my antihistamines and keep an eye on taking them regularly, because pollen in the air actually flares up my asthma. That's cause me to cough, etc. So if you have it from hay fever or asthma, you know what I'm talking about. So And I do have plenty of hot drinks with me. I have my gigantic, and I mean gigantic cup of hot fruit tea. So it's just, I think it's berry tea at the moment. Um, it helps, it smoothens my throat, so I'm able to record this video. So when I was sick, I wasn't sewing much because basically, like, I haven't been as sick in ages. I couldn't sew a seam without going into coughing spasm. Basically, I almost shoot through my finger, so I just decided to leave sewing for a few days. Uh, I was very tempted to break my fabric buying band. Few times I almost did because I was bored out of my mind. I couldn't really focus on watching TV or reading because I was coughing every 2-3 minutes. So it wasn't fun. So I was browsing fabric stores and I was so tempted. And here, gigantic big thank you to Tiffany from Hosier Handmade for keeping me straight, because I was so tempted. And she told me, I'm sure you have something similar in your stash. So I went through Stash Hub and started looking through pictures, and of course I had something similar in my stash. So she helped me with the impulses. Uh, it didn't stop me from buying patterns, but about that in a minute. I did make few things, or finish few things that I started before I got sick. So I finished t-shirt for Chris, and I will pop the picture here. So fabric is from Ecobee. It's frocks, and I think it's still available. I have another 1.5 meters roughly left because I ordered 3 meters, and I'm planning to make t-shirt for Alice and maybe another set of boxers or undies or something like that. We will see. Or leggings, like short leggings. I haven't decided yet. Alice loves frocks. She loves any prints with frocks. So I'm trying to have on hand at least one print with frocks. So whenever she will outgrow the t-shirts she has, currently I can make her something new so she can wear it, because as I mentioned, she's frog mad. I also made some tea towels. I actually made 10 tea towels using the remnants of the uh, IKEA blankets. So they are double gauze IKEA. I had 2 double gauze IKEA blankets. One is cut out into Paddington top. It's still in pieces. I still haven't touched it. And the other one is cut out for Chris's triangle scarf. I still haven't done it. It's unpicked where it needs to be unpicked, so hopefully I will get on with it over next few days. I also completed this dress. So this dress is a pattern from October magazine from 2023, from issue number 2. It's called Kilimanjaro shirt dress. I hacked it. I have a whole video about that dress. It's collaboration with my dear friend Tiffany, and I will leave link to her video and my video below. What else? I start working on t-shirt for Chris's sister. I was hoping to make it before she went on holidays. There was no chance, and I have it almost done. I just need to do hem on one sleeve and bottom hem. So here it is. It's a laundry day tee by Love Notions, and fabric is from fabric outlet, and I love how it turned out. I have a little bit of this fabric left, so I will make something for Alice from it. It's surprisingly pleasant to sew with. I don't have great experience with fabric outlet viscoses. They are extremely flimsy. They are extremely flimsy. They are extremely comfortable to wear, but sewing them was a nightmare. But this one was surprisingly easy and nice to sew. What other things I have in progress? So this week I felt tiny bit better, that I could, trace some patterns, cut out some things. So I did trace some patterns for makes for Alice, and I traced the jumper for friend's son. So I cut out a jumper, like a hoodie, zipped jacket jumper type of thing for Alice, and joggers, and I will have hopefully it ready next week. And I did cut out two jumpers for friend's son. He will be turning 3 in summer, and I just want to start working on some gifts for him. So I just use remnants from my stash, just color blocking, and they are just raglan t-shirts. So hopefully I will have them done, not next week, but the following week. Now, you may ask, what's the story with my Frocktails outfit? Unfortunately, I decided not to attend Frocktails. I'm still not feeling 100%. I can't walk to school with Alice without needing inhaler, and it's just 1 kilometer. There's no way I will be capable of driving all the way to Galway. It's over 2 hours drive. I still cough a lot. I still get asthma attacks, and it would be just too dangerous. I wouldn't feel comfortable, and I wouldn't feel that it's safe enough for me to drive that far, knowing how badly sick I was and at what stage of recovery I am. So unfortunately I won't be attending. I cancelled my bed and breakfast, and I passed my ticket to someone who wanted to attend but couldn't. I'm happy with how the situation is. I will miss having fun, but I also know that Frocktails mean a lot of talking, means ice in drinks. Even if I drink orange juice or something like that, they all will be chilled, and that wouldn't be good for my vocal cord or my throat, and I would end up getting sick again. So responsible and reasonable thing to do was to cancel my presence there. I'm heartbroken over it. I had over a week to think about this since I made the decision, and I wish I could go, but just wouldn't be. It wouldn't be good for me. With age, I know it sounds silly, but with age, I learned that my body has its limits, and although my mind thinks that I'm indestructible and I can do whatever I want, reality is I can't. Anyway, I'm still planning to make things that I was planning to make for Frocktails. So I will be working on the wide leg trousers hopefully next week. Sorry, I needed a few minutes break because my throat was starting to get very sore. But I'm back now, feeling tiny bit better. Anyway, it is what it is. I cannot do anything about this. There will be Frocktails next year, so it's gonna be fun next year, and I'm sure everyone will who will attend will have fabulous time, and I cannot wait to see pictures and hear all about it. Now let's talk about patterns. First, I wanted to talk about pattern I got for free. Last week I saw a post on stories for Ellie and Mac with question for submitting a tip for their tip Tuesday, and if your tip got chosen, you will get a free pattern. So I submitted a tip that I actually thought is not good enough to be published, but turned out it was. I got an email that it's brilliant tip and they want to post it, and they asked me to pick the pattern I would like to get for free. So when your tip is chosen, you will get a free pattern. So I picked, I mentioned what I do very often with salvages. So sometimes I don't have matching cord for whenever I'm doing hoodies or waistband or ties on the bottom. And I start cutting out the salvage edge from jerseys to use as ties. So this is actually cut out from viscose jersey from the top that I made for Chris's sister. The salvage edge rolls on itself, and it's brilliant cord, very unusual one, and it will be great addition to a hoodie, like lightweight hoodie, or a top with ties on the bottom. I haven't decided yet. So whenever I have jerseys with the salvage edges that roll in, I actually cut them out and keep them rolled as potential ties. And sometimes, you don't have matching color, or you don't have cord at all, and you need it for your pattern. So instead of just ordering something or trying to figure out the way to go without it or to create the ties, just cut the salvage of jersey. It doesn't fray, you don't have to do anything with it, it just rolls on its own. And it is. So Ellie and Mac accepted my tip, and they asked me to choose the 3 patterns. So I picked Stephanie travel and toiletry bag. So it's a bag pattern that's kind of like for the cosmetic bag, and because I need to make few of those for Alice and Chris when they will be going for this camping trip, I thought that's the perfect opportunity, and that's the pattern that I didn't have in my stash yet. As you know, I love Ellie and Mac patterns, so I was extremely happy about that. I already have it printed, so it will be on my to-do list very shortly. Now, what else I bought? There is Love Notions sale happening at the moment. Actually, it's finishing today. Love Notions are doing 40% of sale, usually twice, maybe 3 times a year. And I love picking up some patterns during their sales. I usually try to either buy patterns during the Future Friday or during a sale. Unless I'm extremely loving the pattern, then I will pick it up during the launch sale. I have a good few of their patterns, but I picked few more. Actually, I picked few kids patterns because Alice loves their patterns, and she said they are extremely comfortable. Makes using Love Notions pattern are extremely comfortable, so she wanted me to pick few for her. So let me read. I need to take my glasses off. So for myself, I picked Sloan sweater, and I picked a Pemberley tunic. I'll put the views here. I also picked Frankie Polo. Um, I was actually recently watching Carol from So Carol. She did a top from a Style Arc that has this deep V and like a polo shirt type of thing. And when I saw that Love Notions has similar pattern, I just grabbed it during sale because I really love this style, and I do love Love Notions patterns. The block fits me well, so I don't have problem there. Plus they have full bust option. So what else do people want? And the instructions are brilliant, and very often they have sew alongs, or someone else did the sew along. So I do love Notions patterns. And for Alice, I picked Wrigley Raglan, I picked Navigator Pullover, and I picked Girls Summer K trousers, or it's like a capri short trousers. She is really into wide leg trousers at the moment, so all the patterns she wants are wide leg trousers. So we will, or joggers. The second round of patterns I picked are from a company called Buttons and Blueprints. It's a Canadian company. I'm not sure what's the story with the closing down sale. Whatever they are closing the physical store and leaving the patterns, or everything is closing. I downloaded my patterns, so I'm okay in that regard. Uh, I picked few patterns for Alice and few for me. uh, they have patterns with for adults with the full bust version of the front, so the same way like Love Notion does. It's not written actually anywhere in the description of the pattern, I couldn't find it, but when I was looking through the pages, there was an information that if you're uh, if you need to grade between upper bust and the full bust more than 2 sizes, you should use the full um, full bust adjustment front, or the full bust front. So I checked the actual printout of the pattern and there is a full bust front. So that's brilliant. Although I wish they would advertise it more, because it's not that common that you get patterns with the full bust included. So I picked few patterns, and also good thing in my eyes is their kids patterns go up to age of 20. So that's brilliant, because for example Alice, at this stage, even though she's not even 12, she's in the height for 14-year-old. So if she keeps growing the way she is, by the time she's 15, I will be doing the 20-year-old height. So it's good that there's so many options. So I will tell you what I picked. So for Alice, I picked Blueprint Basic Kids Joggers. I picked Valley Hoodie, and I picked Versatility, and I picked this tee pattern in both adult and kid size. For myself, I picked Pocket Tank. I actually never seen tank top pattern like this, with the ruched front with so many pockets, and there is pocket on the back as well, which is a brilliant if, like me, you like to go on the walks and you want to put your phone somewhere but you don't want it falling apart or falling out, or even put the keys, it's just handy. And I picked Hemlock Hoodie and Elemental Tea. So I think Elemental Tea is their free pattern. So if you are not sure if you will like their patterns, you can always download the free pattern, see, and hopefully they will still be doing sale whenever you want to buy another patterns. Now, very quick update how I did with using up my stash. So in month of April, despite of being sick, I used 11 meters of fabrics. Some of the makes I started in March or even earlier, but basically I completed projects using 11 meters of fabrics. It's rough estimate, as for some things I was using also some remnants, etc., etc. So it's rounded down rather than rounded up. Now, life update. As you know, I've been sick. I'm still not fully well, so it's gonna take some time for me to fully recover. So I'm not planning anything major. I'm not doing anything major. Next week Alice is on a school break, and we also have a bank holiday weekend. Usually May bank holiday weekend equals very bad weather, but hopefully we will get at least some sun, or maybe not even sun, but less rain than usually. So I do hope we will get to go somewhere. We were thinking about going to National Stats in Tuli. We love going there, or maybe to a beer castle, because we haven't taken Alice there yet, and it was one of Chris's and my favorite spots way before Alice was born. So we might go there. It all depends how I feel. I'm not sure if there will be video next Friday. I will aim to have something posted by Sunday. As I mentioned before, Alice is on the school break, so we are hoping for a fun week. We have plans to visit a few places, few playgrounds, etc. My sewing plans for next week. I want to finish the top for Chris's sister, and I want to work on those joggers and zipped hoodie for Alice. But it will all depends how much time I will have. Now, I think that's all for today. It was a bit of chatting. I hope you survived. Um, I just wanted to say big thank you to all the returning subscribers, all new subscribers. I'm very happy you are here with us. I'm sorry for delay with Q&A posts and videos. As you know, I've been sick, so it's gonna take a bit more time. I think we will aim for the beginning of June with Alice to have it done, but it all depends, you know, if all the things will fall into place. I wonder, did you pick any patterns from Love Notions sales? Do you like Love Notions patterns? Thank you for watching. I hope you will have a wonderful week. Happy sewing, and don't forget, clean your sewing machine and change your needle. And if you haven't taken your machine for a service in a long time, think about that. It might be worth it. Happy sewing. Bye.